Welcome to Sunday Springboard with Melanie and Kimberlin Coaching, where we help women flourish after experiencing major life transitions. Today we're continuing on our exploration of the 7 levels of energy, or the lens through which we see the world. Remember that there are no levels of right or wrong. They're all useful at different times in our life. Some of them may feel better than others. And generally, if you live in the higher levels of energy, you generally seem to feel more happy. But every level, it has its own place in our lives. What we are trying to do is to become aware of what we're feeling and aware of the level of energy that we are thinking, feeling, presenting, and then decide, make a conscious choice to where I'm not reacting in this level without even realizing it, but I'm choosing this level because this is the energy that serves me well. So last week we talked about level 1, and the easy way to remember that is I lose. In level 1, my life is hard because I always do things wrong. I can't ever do it right. Why does this always happen to me? I have no power. I have no options. Everything's going wrong because there's something wrong with me. Level 2 is I win, you lose. So level 1 is I lose. Level 2 is I win, you lose. So level 2, I'm starting to realize, no, it's not all my fault. You're doing this to me. In level 2, I'm angry at you. I have a lot of anger. I'm frustrated. I may be mad at the world. The thoughts I would have would be like, so-and-so always does this to me. If you want to get something done right, you have to do it yourself. No one else ever can do it right. Why won't anyone ever listen to me? If they would listen to me, things would go better. In level 2, you feel like you have to control the people around you. You have to push them or they won't do the things that they should do because I am right, you are wrong. I know what's the right way to do, and apparently you don't know it, or at least you're not doing it. In level 2, I'm going to see things as black or white, right or wrong, good or bad. There's not much gray. There's not much room for compromise. I'm right, you're wrong. In level 2, I'm focusing on the problem. I'm wanting to blame someone for this problem, and I'm not blaming me. Level 1, I'm blaming myself. Level 2, I'm blaming you. Remember that there are no good or bad levels. Some levels feel better than others, and level 1 and 2 are both catabolic. Remember, this means they're destructive if I live in them for a long amount of time. Level 2 can actually be a stepping stone to living a more powerful, more joyful life. So in level 1, I may be allowing abuse in my life because I feel like I don't have any options. I don't have any way out. I feel hopeless and frustrated. In level 2, I start to feel better about myself, and I start saying, wait a minute, I don't like this, I don't want this, and that resulting anger can help me make steps and take actions to move me out of that situation. So there's advantages and disadvantages to level 2. While it's still catabolic and destructive if I live here a long time, I mean, you know this, right? When you have a lot of anger, or when I have a lot of anger, I'm tired. I get tired. My body hurts. We have all kind of stress. We get all kind of stomach issues. It's just not a place to live always, though at times it can be appropriate. So it can be a catalyst to help us move into advocacy for ourselves and for others. And that's kind of what we're seeing in the world today. Instead of just sitting back and letting things happen, people are getting angry and they're making changes, or they're talking and trying to get changes made instead of just sitting and letting things happen. So it's more powerful than level 1. You can get a lot done. You can motivate others in the short term. It's usually not good in the long term because you and the people around you tend to burn out. Like I said, it's wearisome to be angry or to be around an angry person for a length of time. So what do you do if you become aware that you're experiencing a lot of level 2 energy and it is not serving you? So it has served its purpose. It has got you moving. You're moving out of that hopeless situation that you felt like you were in, but now you're tired of feeling angry. You want some peace. You want to feel more positive, but you're not really sure how to do this. There are actions you can take. Always journaling, writing. There are so many different ways to write. Write a letter to the person you're angry with. Write a letter to the person that you you feel like you should forgive them, granting them forgiveness, asking them to forgive you, just processing the anger, that's always helpful. Gratitude is always helpful. Look at the good things in your life when things are going bad around you, and whether you're thinking level 1, it's my fault, level 2, it's your fault, there are still good things going on in our lives. Look around and be grateful, be thankful, and that's always a quick fix for when you want to feel better. So when you have these negative thoughts, so like so-and-so always does this to me, challenge yourself. How true is that? Do they always do that? Does it always work that way? What are some different ways to think about it? Am I playing a part in this? Have I played a part in helping this to happen? Is there possibly a different way to look at it? Is there a different way to interpret their motivation behind what they did? Can I give them a benefit of the doubt? Question myself. Question everything that I think when it's a negative thought. We can also read a book. We could take a self-management course. We could take an anger management course in an extreme case. We can join a support group. We can get active at church, make new friends, have more social activities. Maybe not right now, but as we get farther out of our COVID situation, it's always good to have someone to work through these things with. If you have a friend who is good, a good friend who is safe, non-judgmental, and won't jump in the box with you, then that's a good person to talk through these things with and try to work out some of these negative things and help you move to a more positive way of looking at life. If you need more focused help on that, then you can consider hiring me as a coach. My website should be up in a few weeks. For now, the best way to get a hold of me is through my Facebook page, Kimberlin Coaching. Message me and I will contact you, and we can have a relaxed conversation about whether we would fit to work together. Meanwhile, I hope you've gotten some ideas that can help you have a more joyful, positive week. Becoming aware helps us make choices of how we want to show up in our lives rather than just react. Have a great day, and thank you for joining me.